Hello! So this video is about showing the incredible first alpha version of Ring-KDE 3.0. So this is a new application. It replaces SFL phone, which was a phone for KDE. The new application is in QML. This is the wizard welcome page, so you see little tips about how to use the application and what you can do with it. After that, you can create a Ring account or import an existing account for another device, such as an Android phone. I will create a new account. So it checks if the username is available. There is timeouts and passwords and everything. You can create an account. It takes a few seconds. After that, you can configure your profile with random information to keep your privacy. Take a nice picture. Enter phone number, addresses, and so on. So, by default, this is what the application looks like. It explains that you can enter your friend's username in the search bar. It checks on the name server if the username exists. You can also copy-paste the Ring ID, phone numbers, and anything you want, as long as you have an account that understands it. You can send contact requests. This allows your friends to have a nice message such as Emmanuel want to join you. It will show the pictures and everything before you call, so it doesn't show unknown as the identifier. You can call directly to if the peers allows that. I will now close this because without any data, this application isn't very pretty and isn't very useful. So, now I did add about 20 contacts and 2 years worth of logs. So the first thing you notice is that the peers timeline is now filled with a lot of information and contact and everything. There is a nice little timeline you can view when you use the scroll bar, which allows you to quickly find time categories such as yesterday, last week, and last month, in case you're looking for someone, but the better way is of course to search. Searching works for phone numbers, for Ring IDs, for registered Ring username, and it also looks on the network if an account with such name exists. If it does, you can send the contact request or call. So, you can also view the contacts. You can edit the contact details, call them, or view the chat. The chat is also a timeline, so if you use the scroll bar, you will have the same little timeline widget as you saw on the peers timeline. You can see the messages, you can see the phone calls, the recordings. You can see pictures if you took snapshots during a call. You can see almost anything relevant for using this application. To see the recordings and the history, you can also use the last tabs, which allows you to manage and quickly find audio recordings. The call tab itself is also capable of sending audio calls, video calls, or screen sharing, so I will try my luck and call my Android phone. When you call, there is a nice little animation to see that something's happening, because it can take quite a lot of time. There is also a little progress bar at the bottom, so you can see if your call is progressing or stuck somewhere on the network, which happens quite often actually. When the call starts ringing, you see a new animation and the progress on the bottom. During the video, you have the controls at the bottom, you have your preview. At the top, you have some other controls to rotate or change device. You have the button to take a snapshot, which will be saved in the timeline. And you have also the dialog for screen sharing and for file streaming, setting camera details, changing the resolution, and so on. And you can hang up using the control, but if you happen to be looking at the chat of another contact, you have the little hang up button at the top, so I can hang up. The interface itself resized quite well. If you make it small enough, it will enter the phone modes with more tabs. If it's not tall enough to have everything, you will have 2 columns. If it's big enough, you will have a single columns. So this works quite well. As for the settings, you can configure about every network details in the account. Usually you only need the first tab, but for some school network or enterprise or anything else, the other tabs will be required, otherwise it just won't work. The same is true for every BitTorrent application. You can of course manage your personal data, clear your history, change some details. You usually don't need to mess with those things, but it's cool to have them. You can configure the default video settings and so on. So, this is the first alpha of Ring-KDE 3.0. I hope you liked. Bye.